Dear Taurus, ever feel like the solid ground beneath you is starting to tremble? Like the stability you cherish is under threat? Well, if you're watching this, it's no accident. Your soul is craving peace, and today we're going to dive into that together. This isn't just a video, it's a journey. A journey to really understand those moments when everything familiar starts to slip away. And by the end of this, you'll see that what you thought was chaos is actually a liberation, making space for you to build something even stronger. But first, let me ask you this. Have you ever stood your ground for what you believe in, only to feel totally alone? Have you had a moment where you finally spoke up for something that truly mattered to you, and suddenly, the world around you shifted? If you've been there, I want you to share your story in the comments below. Your words might be just the validation another Taurus needs today. Let's explore this together. Taurus, people often see you as reliable, stable, and always seeking comfort. But what they don't see is the quiet stubbornness that sometimes hides beneath the surface. You've spent so much time maintaining the familiar, swallowing down unexpected changes, and clinging to the past that your soul starts to feel trapped. And when that silence finally breaks, it's not defiance, it's liberation, leading you to find true stability. You see, Taurus, there's a difference between being stubborn and standing up for what you believe in. What others might call being bullheaded is often just you finally saying, enough. Enough of accepting things that no longer fit. Enough of staying silent while your values are compromised. Enough of sacrificing your peace to maintain a fake sense of stability. And here's the truth. When you finally take action for your real stability, the universe listens. It doesn't punish you for breaking the silence. Instead, it starts rearranging things in your life. Relationships that no longer bring security start to crack. Old habits crumble, and in their place, space for genuine growth begins to open up. So, if you've ever beat yourself up for being too stubborn or resistant to change, stop. Put your hand on your heart and remind yourself, I'm not stubborn. I'm just beginning to rebuild my true stability. Taurus, let's talk about something tough to swallow. Have you ever felt like no matter how loyal, how dependable, how devoted you are, people still walk away? They still don't appreciate you, take advantage of your kindness, or act like your presence is a burden to them. And you're left wondering, what did I do wrong? The truth is, you didn't do anything wrong. Your loyalty, your steadfastness, your values, those aren't the problem. In fact, that's what makes some people insecure. Because when you show up with your solidness, you unintentionally expose their own lack of it. And not everyone is ready to face that truth. They don't hate you, Taurus. They hate the unstable parts of themselves that your stability highlights. Your reliability, your loyalty, your ability to build a strong foundation. It reminds them of what they've neglected, the fears of change they haven't overcome, the truths about their own instability they're too scared to confront. And while it hurts to lose people you've trusted, remember this. Their reaction isn't a reflection of your worth. It's a reflection of their own willingness to face their truth. So don't dim your solidness to make others comfortable. Don't shrink yourself to fit into spaces that don't value your enduring nature. Instead, let your steadiness shine even brighter. Because the right people, the ones who are ready to build stability, value true worth, and seek peace, will be drawn to you. Taurus, you've probably heard it before. You're too stubborn. But what they don't understand is that your steadfastness is your strength. It allows you to persevere towards goals, build strong foundations, and create stability where others can't. But it also makes you vulnerable when that stability is disrupted. You don't just feel your own insecurity, you absorb instability from your surroundings. You walk into a situation and instantly sense the chaos, the uncertainty, the things left unsaid. And while this gift allows you to build stability for others, it can also leave you drained, exhausted, and feeling like you're carrying the world's instability on your shoulders. Have you ever felt like that? Like you're giving and giving stability, but no one is bringing peace to you? Like you're the person everyone turns to for solid ground, but when you need support, no one's there. If so, know this: you are not alone, and you are not weak. What you're experiencing is a form of instability fatigue. It's not laziness. It's not depression. It's the result of carrying instability that isn't yours to carry. And the solution isn't to stop caring about stability, it's to start protecting your peace. Learn to set boundaries with chaos. Learn to say no to unnecessary changes. Learn to recognize when someone is taking more of your stability than they're giving. Because your solidness is precious, Taurus, and it deserves to be protected. Let's take a moment to talk about betrayal. Not the kind from enemies, but from the people you trusted, the people you leaned on, the people you shared your peace with. Taurus, you have a heart that cherishes unconditional loyalty. You look for dependability in people even when they don't deserve it. You forgive even when they don't apologize. And because of that, you've been hurt in ways most people can't imagine. Have you ever been betrayed by someone you considered a foundation in your life? Someone you thought would always be your rock, only to realize they were actually the source of your instability? If you've been through that, I want you to know it's not your fault. Their actions don't define you, they define them. And while it's easy to let that pain turn you cynical, don't. Because every betrayal, every shaky foundation, every painful moment, it's all part of your journey. It's teaching you discernment. It's helping you see who truly deserves to build a solid foundation beside you and who doesn't. So, if you're carrying the weight of betrayal, let it go. Not for them, but for you, because you deserve to be free from that instability. Taurus, I want to leave you with this. You're not boring. You're not too rigid. You're not too set in your ways. You are exactly as you should be. A soul that cherishes stability, enduring values, and peace. And while the world might not always understand you, the universe does. It sees your steadfastness. It hears your desires for security, and it's working silently to bring you the love, abundance, and peace you deserve. So keep going. Keep being solid. Keep being the beautiful, reliable soul that you are. And remember, you are not alone. There's a huge community of Taurus souls walking this path with you. If this message resonates with you, leave a comment below. Share your story, share your values, and let the universe know I'm ready to receive stability and peace. Because Taurus, your time is coming. And when it does, it will be more lasting and more wonderful than you can imagine. Think about those moments when you felt like you lost a piece of your own solidity. Have you ever sat alone, looked in the mirror, and not recognized yourself anymore? You try to appear calm, but inside, you feel deeply unsettled. This isn't depression. It's a sign that you're living in an internal battle for stability that you haven't even realized. Remember, you're not alone. Many others are going through similar feelings. They also feel like they're fighting something invisible, something unseen, but very real about a lack of stability. And in those moments, allow yourself to feel. Allow yourself to be anxious if you need to be. Allow yourself to feel the instability. because it's part of the process of rebuilding stability. Don't hide it. Don't let it control you. Face it. If you're feeling exhausted for no clear reason, know that it's okay. It doesn't mean you're weak. It might mean you're absorbing the instability around you. You're living in a world full of unexpected changes, and you need to learn how to protect yourself from them. Take time for self-care. Find ways to replenish your own stable energy. Maybe it's through meditation, yoga, or simply being in nature. Find what makes you feel peaceful and grounded, because you deserve that peace. When you start to recognize that you're in a spiritual battle for stability, when you begin to set boundaries with chaos, when you stop explaining yourself and start seeking inner peace, when you stop taking responsibility for other people's instability and return to your own solid heart, that's when you start reclaiming what's yours. Not material possessions, not fame, but peace, clarity, a deep connection to your inner solidness. Taurus, you're not just someone who's been hurt. You're a warrior of stability, but a warrior who doesn't need armor or weapons. Your weapons are your values, your heart, your faith in what endures. And what I want you to always remember is, this battle isn't here to defeat you. It's here to help you remember who you are. It's here to awaken you. It's here to bring you back to yourself, to your inner solidness. And this time, you'll never lose your stability again. Inside you, a powerful voice begins to rise. The voice of a soul that's been tested, but never surrendered. I'm still here. I'm still standing strong. And I'm ready to take back everything that belongs to my stability and peace. That's when your soul awakens, no longer a victim of instability, no longer asking permission to exist, but a sacred symbol of strength, truth, and steadfastness. And in the next part, Taurus, I'm going to talk to you about the unseen forces that have tried to stop your stability from shining and why they can't defeat you. Because once your soul is awakened, no darkness can hold power anymore. Taurus, there are enemies who never attack you openly. They smile, they wish you well, they call you friends, colleagues, family. And then, when you turn your back, they plant doubts about your stability like hidden thorns in a friendly embrace. Not every betrayal comes from enemies. Sometimes, the deepest wounds come from hands that once promised safety. You wonder, why would they do this to me? Because you trusted them with all sincerity, without a trace of suspicion. You shared anxieties about instability that you hadn't told anyone else. You sought peace with them, but then they used what you shared to attack you when you were most vulnerable. Taurus, you're too genuine to realize that there are people in this world who stay by your side as long as you still feel insecure, as long as you're still weak, as long as you haven't realized your true strength of stability. But as soon as you start to stand up, heal your instability wounds, love yourself, and build solidness, they're the first ones to feel uncomfortable. They don't leave you because you did something wrong. They leave you because your powerful rebirth exposes their own emptiness and instability inside. And so, you're abandoned once again. But this time, the pain doesn't come from strangers. It comes from familiar voices, from eyes that once shared difficult moments with you. You feel deceived by those you once considered family. And it's one of the most painful, yet sacred lessons, not to make you bitter, but to teach you something profound about choosing your foundations. True love never makes you feel insecure about your worth. People who truly love you will never make you doubt your solidness. I once heard a Taurus woman say, "I've accepted being misunderstood, betrayed, but the most painful thing is realizing the person who did it is the one I prayed for every night." wishing her peace. When you cherish someone with all your heart, you never imagine they could be a source of instability, but then you start to look back and realize they were never truly happy when you had good news about stability. They couldn't bear to see you appreciated, receiving positive attention. They always made you feel not good enough, unworthy, or too stubborn. That's not love. It's manipulation disguised by sweet words. It's instability disguised as kindness. Taurus, you've forgiven more than anyone knows. You've stayed silent, thinking maybe you were too sensitive. You've blamed yourself countless times, even though your intuition had long whispered that they didn't love you. They just needed you to be in a more unstable state than they were. And as soon as you start to shine, walking confidently with a fearless heart, you realize they were never truly beside you. They were standing behind you only to push you down when you least expected it, when you had just built a little stability. So why do people like that keep appearing in your life, Taurus? Why is a soul that cherishes stability like you surrounded by people who wear a friendly facade but are full of instability? Because your solidness isn't just a gift, it's a responsibility. You can be a beacon for souls lost in instability, but that's also why you attract people who aren't ready to face themselves. They come close to you, not to seek healing, but to take advantage of your stability without having to change their unstable nature. Remember, not everyone can accept the truth of stability that you bring. Some people will feel threatened by your solidness. They'll try to pull you down, make you feel bad about yourself just because you have the ability to see things they can't. They'll say you're too stubborn, that you should be more flexible. But the truth is, they just don't want to face what your stability exposes. So learn to distinguish between those who truly need your stability and those who just want to exploit it. Protect yourself from negative and unstable energies. Create solid boundaries to keep your peace from fading. Taurus, maybe you felt like you're living in a battle for stability that no one else can see. Maybe you felt lonely, like no one understands you, but actually, you're not alone. There are many others, souls who cherish stability like you, who are going through similar feelings. Seek out people who are on the same frequency as you. People who can understand and respect your solidness. People who won't just come to receive, but are also willing to bring peace to you. Build a community around you where you can freely share and express yourself without fear of judgment. When you find these connections, you'll realize that not everyone wants you to change. There are people who will love you for who you are, for your loyalty and reliability, not for what you can materially give them. Remember, rebuilding stability isn't a simple journey. Sometimes it will be very difficult. You'll have to face old pains, memories of instability that you've tried to forget. But know that each time you face those pains, you're getting closer to freedom and peace. Allow yourself to feel that pain. Don't try to run away from it. Let it flow through you like a stream. Painful, but necessary. When you allow yourself to feel, you also allow yourself to heal and rebuild. That's how you can reclaim your solid strength. Taurus, you're a warrior of stability, but you don't have to fight alone. Seek support from people who love and cherish you. They'll be a source of encouragement, people who will help you get through tough times. Remember, seeking help isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength and wisdom. When you share your pains about instability with others, you're not only helping yourself, but also helping them. You're creating a space for others to feel safe, to open up about their anxieties. You're creating a community where people can heal and build stability together. And when you start to heal and rebuild stability, you'll notice miracles start to appear in your life. Positive and lasting relationships will come to you. Opportunities you've dreamed of for peace and abundance will start to materialize. The universe will start to respond to your efforts. Believe in this process. Believe that everything happens for a reason. Maybe you don't see it right now, but every step you take is leading you to better, more solid things. You're on the path back to yourself, the person you've always been, a soul that cherishes stability and peace. Finally, I want you to remember that you don't need to change yourself to please others. You don't need to become a different version of yourself to be loved and cherished. Accept yourself with all your strengths and weaknesses, your steadfastness, and even your stubbornness, because those are the things that make you you, a unique Taurus soul. Be proud of yourself, love yourself, and remember, you deserve every good and lasting thing the universe can bring. Let your solidness shine and never hesitate to show your worth. If you feel this message touched your heart, leave a comment below. Share your story. Share what you're going through on your journey to find stability. Because when you share, you're not only helping yourself, but also helping others find strength in your story. Remember, you are not alone on this journey. There are many Taurus souls walking with you. Embrace this opportunity to connect, to love, and to heal and build a solid and peaceful life together. Thank you for taking the time to watch. Remember, you are part of something bigger. You are stability in a chaotic world, and the world needs you. Keep being solid, Taurus.